What's up, guys? This is Showtime's Fight Form. You already know what it is. Excuse me, let me clear my throat. It's a song. You should look it up if you don't know it. So today is going to be a very, very fun drop, and it's going to be Showtime's top 5 power punches in boxing history. All right. Now look, if there is no film of you, and we're only going off the stats, I'm sorry, but I cannot put you on there. Granted, yes, you are a power puncher, this, that, and the third, but I'm always gonna be, I need to see it before I believe it, because if not, you're gonna have the Bruce Lees of the world where y'all just make up a bunch of stuff and say, oh my God, he just stomped people on the head and they just went dead. I just don't believe y'all. So yeah, and as always, follow me on social medias at Showtime Sanders, all social medias. I wanna definitely hear who your top 5 pound for pound power punchers. So it can't just be all heavyweights, put some other people in there. Now I'm not gonna lie, most of my list is heavyweights. They do pack the most power, but my number 1 is not gonna be a heavyweight. So, spoiler alert. Now, I have, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think I have my list of 5 up here, and I'm pretty confident in my list. I think my list is pretty good. So, I'm gonna start it off with number 5. Number 5 is going to be Mike freaking Tyson. Some people are gonna say, oh my gosh, how Mike Tyson is low. Yes, he is low, but he's still on my list, all right, so be grateful. Yet and still though, what can we say? We've never seen a blend of size and power, not size, I'm sorry, of power and speed in the heavyweight division before. Probably never will see it again. The guy moved like a middleweight, legitimately moved like a middleweight when it comes to speed, and packed a punch. I mean, once again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I seen Mike Tyson punch somebody, he didn't even land a punch, but they got knocked out. Like, that was on some dang Avatar stuff. I've never seen nobody been there like that. That's gonna put you on my list no matter what, okay? So, easily. He has, what, 44 wins by knockout out of 50 wins. We already knew what it is when he goes into the fight, man. Like, you gotta survive that first round, but it's easier said than done. I'll never forget my dad, like, buying pay-per-views and being pissed because the fights lasted 30 seconds. And it's like, bro, well, it's Mike Tyson. What did you expect? That's what he does. So, I mean, we all know. They call him Kid Dynamite for a reason. Punches are dynamite. Dynamite. Now, that's my number 5. My number 4, and honestly, I was very tempted to put him number 2, to be honest with you. But I was just like, let me not, because then it goes like, new generation, he's knocking out bums, this, that, and the third. And that is Deontay Wilder. I don't care if this is a weak era of heavyweights. Power is power, and power is no matter where, what decade, no matter what generation, what century you're in. You have power. You have power in the 1900s, you have power in 2000. You know how to knock people out with your daggone hands. That's just something you were born with. And Deontay has that. Let's keep it a stack. This man was a basketball player that converted into boxing very late. The only reason he's relevant, only reason why he became the man he is because he has something that you could not teach, which is his power. Let's put it in perspective. He's have over 40 fights. He has what, over 10 title defenses or whatever? This man has dropped everybody. Every person he's ever fought has tasted the canvas. Everybody. He's knocked out everybody except for Tyson Fury. And that is also debated, even though I don't think he knocked him out, but he damn sure was close. I mean, his punching power is unsurmountable. It's ridiculous. So, I mean, he's not the most technical boxer. And once again, he started very late. The only reason is because he has the power of death in his hand. Sorry, that's just facts. So he is in my top list. Just for that, just for the fact that he's dropped everybody and hurt everybody he's ever fought. I'm sorry, I don't know too many people that can make that claim. Now, number 3. Now this is where it gets a little tricky and hard for me, but number 3, I put George Foreman. George Foreman had almost 100 fights, guys. And let's also remember this man won a world championship in his 40s after retiring for like a decade. I mean, he was the most scariest person that you could fight during his time. He was Mike Tyson before Mike Tyson. And I mean, he wasn't the quick guy that Mike Tyson, but he packed a punch that nobody really wanted to see. People were scared to death for Ali when he had to fight freaking George Foreman. That's how much of a threat he was. He has over 60 KOs. Over 60 KOs. That's something we're never gonna see again. Not in this day time and age. We're never gonna see somebody knock out almost 70 people. That's not happening. But I don't think he was the most technical guy. He had a lot of tricks up his sleeve, but His power is transcendent. And once again, you just can't teach that kind of power. So he's my number 3. Number 2 is gonna be Ernie Shavers. Now look here. If you don't know who Ernie Shavers is, YouTube him. This man, like when he was the guy, when he knocked people out, you thought they died. You genuinely, you prayed for them. His power was, I seen him punch somebody, like legit punch somebody, and they levitated 3 feet. Like I didn't even know that was possible. Didn't know you could do it. Like I actually got to look. I genuinely could not believe somebody can punch that hard. Like, and here's another thing. Here's the reason why I got him as number 2. You have a lot of people he has fought say they've never been hit that hard. And he's by far the hardest puncher they've ever fought. If you get people that respect you that much to sit here and say, bro, nobody's ever hit me this hard, and I honestly don't care to fight this man. I mean, what more do we need to say? Like, I mean, what? He has also, what? How many knockouts he got? 60, I think he has 68 knockouts as well. 68 knockouts and 72 wins. I mean, if in order to get out of that fight alive, you honestly have to pray to God and honestly just probably knock him out first. But it's his power was just crazy. Crazy. Now, my pound for pound king is actually not a heavyweight. I say heavyweights, and I've already told you guys. Number 1 is not. My pound for pound heaviest puncher is gonna be Julian Jackson. Now look, once again, if you don't know who Julian Jackson is, just look him up. All right, he doesn't have as many knockouts as these other guys. However, when he punched you, you wish he didn't. You wish you honestly got hit with a sledgehammer. You'd rather get hit by a truck than get hit by Julian Jackson. I don't give a damn if he could fight a heavyweight. He's knocking out heavyweights. That's how much power this guy had. The amount of power he could generate for his size. I mean, bro. The only reason, unfortunately, he was not a big name guy. He wasn't. I mean, he was a champion, but he wasn't like an undisputed champion. He's not like a freaking Floyd or anything like that. But if you watch his fights, the guy was very technical, but he could crack. He also, once again, just like Ernie Shavers, when he punched people, you thought they died. Like legit, you would like, hi, bro, you okay? Like, I called an ambulance. Let's just go ahead and get this man out the way. But once again, we got 49 knockouts, over 60 wins, a legend of the sport, and I mean, matter of fact, here's the thing. If you haven't seen Julian Jackson fight, if you haven't seen his knockouts, I'm gonna play them after this daggone show. I'm gonna play this after the show. So I want you to see the level of power this man generated for being a smaller fighter. But it didn't matter. But that's definitely my number 1. So I would love to hear who is your top 5 and your top 5 pound for pound hardest punchers to ever exist in boxing. Once again, if you want to sit here and go down to the 1920s, 1910s, 1800s, where there was no film, I respect it. I just personally cannot do it because I have to see something to give me to say you're better than these guys who I actually visually saw. And I try to, respect all generations. I try not to go 2020s and 1990s. I try to go a little later, but I mean, from what we've seen, these are the guys that just honestly just put people to sleep, and I don't care what era you put them in. They're putting everybody to sleep, so it is what it is. So yeah, that is my list. Not yours, it don't matter. I want to hear your list though. Once again, Showtime Sanders, let me know, and hope you have a blessed day.